Hello and welcome. This is Shaman Dragon. Welcome to my desert. Pull up some sand and take a load off while I tell you a story that involves this guy. Well, a character that I made similar to this Chinese character. Now, this guy, I kind of messed up on certain things about this model, but I'm not going to mention that. Anyway, I'm going to talk about letting your players roleplay when it comes to your tabletop games, because I ran into a situation where, unfortunately, the DM that I had didn't want me to roleplay my character the way I really wanted to. Sticking my tongue at you. Anyways, so pretty much when it comes down to it, the DM I had... Now, today I am going to build a sword, actually. Let me bring up the handle. Okay, kind of go right here. And then we're going to go up to the blade. I'll show you the blade I made. This is actually known as a Qing Dao. And I tried to make this video earlier, but then I kind of goofed up on it. Oop, no, hold on. Yeah, I forgot I can't go back. Anyway, I was showing you an example, which is why you see this little line. Otherwise, it would be all this over here. Anyways, the DM I had... Now, this was a text-based game, and the game I was playing... I told my DM that I wanted to play a Chinese character, or at least a somewhat Chinese character in a fantasy setting, with a sword just like this. And what happened was, she didn't let me want to roleplay my character the way I wanted. And this has to do with my background story. And I said, yeah, I wanted an Asian-themed character. I thought, ooh, cool, this will be awesome. And the DM thought so too, but then things got a little hairy, so to speak. Oh, one thing I want to mention before I continue. Some people wondered, how do you make this sort of stuff? Some people pointed out to me in real life. Well, how I made this stuff is pretty simple. I basically go ahead and take a picture. You drag it out from whatever file you saved it from and just place it here in this screen area. And then there you go. You have the picture. You just go ahead and go over here, set it up to zeros on this, and it'll be dead center. Then you can just take the objects that I have now and just go over it. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now. You just need the right shapes to do the job. And I know some people are probably thinking, wait a minute, you're using a square. That doesn't make sense. It does make sense, actually. Anyway, I'm just going to show you the basic process as I'm telling the story. So my DM didn't like it how I was role-playing. Oh, wait, I messed up. Got to keep these two aligned for a reason, just because because I left it kind of flat up there. Okay. Anyway, so that's something that the DM didn't... I told the DM that my character came from kind of a rich family, similar to China. You know how some rich families are. They're they're proper. They want their family members to follow a certain lifestyle, a certain way of business, and so on and so forth. You know, many families, not just Chinese, but, all over the world. And my character didn't want to live like that. And he had a natural talent for combat. And he wanted to be a mercenary. Of course, my DM said, okay, you can do that, but you're going to have to... you're going to have to be put... you're going to leave... We're going to put you right when you're leaving your home. And on the way out of my... the place I was living in, I go to the docks. My DM told me, hey, there's 2 ships. Now, before I go any further, I just want to point out, because it would take too long, basically, I'll just take this, go ahead and extrude it up to another point, all the way up till I got to the blade. Now I'm just gonna point out the blade real quick. Now, you can see the square I started with, the cube. It's fat, basically to that green line. I'll make it shrink down till I got to this. But then when I'm done with that, I'll take those vertices you saw at the edge that, you know, as we continue to go up, eventually I would take the ones on the edge and I would put them together. Now I could merge them together like this to be a real blade, or just kind of shrink them down. Either way, people won't really notice. It would be okay either way. So that's pretty much how you make the blade. Now I do leave. Now you can. Let me go down here. You can see a tang down here. As you can see, goes through the blade. This way, if I want to put a hole through the, let's get rid of our cube here. We'll just move this a little bit. Now, I was trying to put a hole this way. It looks like the blade is going into the handle, but as you can see back there, actually, I'll show it again. As you can see, I kind of messed up when I was making it. Either way, it works. Now I'll show you how to make the handle. Now this is just a solid wood handle, in case you're wondering. But yeah, sometimes they'll put a coin in the center. I'm still trying to figure out how to get that right. They do use a hand wrap around it, so this way you can grip it. But otherwise, there you go. So my DM told me, hey, there's two ships. Where's the cylinder? There you go. There are two ships, and I need to pick which one am I going on. And I asked, okay, what do I know about these two ships? Well, the first ship is just a regular ship. It has sailors on board. It has sailors on board, and they are, well, they're a little bit, they're actually more expensive. Okay, what about the other ship? The other ship, on the other hand, is actually cheaper, my DM mentions. And I said, oh, okay. But then she mentions that the ship is run by women. And I said, okay, doesn't matter to me. And the DM says, yeah, it would matter to you because you would probably try to arrest these women because of your background. I said, well, I'm trying to get away from where I'm from. It makes sense to go on the ship, so this way I can possibly hide from my father. And the DM didn't like that answer. Really didn't. And I'm going to get rid of the first handle this way I can work on this. And so the DM decided to say, no, you would do that, and argued with me. Eventually, it got to the point where, okay, this is no longer fun. So my point is, let your players role play their characters themselves. And, wait, hold on, what the? Oh. I see what I did. Let your players role play their characters for themselves. You can introduce their characters, but don't try to tell your players how to play their characters. I'm just saying, it makes people mad, and it does get in the way of the game. So just be nice. Let them make their characters however they want. And things will be okie dokie. Anyway, that happened to me. What happened afterwards, other players wanted to take their turn. And eventually they did. Which kind of got rid of the focus on me. Eventually I told the DM that I can't play this anymore. I mean, I can't play mainly because I'm not a very good text person, and also because she's just not letting me roleplay. Other players try to encourage me to stay, and maybe they'll help change the DM's mind, but, you know, I just didn't want to put up with it. I was just not having fun, and yeah, that's about it. So, lesson learned. Let your players roleplay. Anyway, as you can see, we're just going to keep going down like this. And eventually, when we get to here, we'll shrink it down, and then make it bigger as we go into the pummel. And do the same thing over here for the little button. And then, as for smoothing it out, I just press this. When actually no. First, let's make it flat again. This is what it will look like when you're done forming the basic shape. Then you just smooth. I know it looks weird. This corrects the weirdness. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna try and make more objects like this, so this way I can start a new show on YouTube. Probably get some help with some friends to voice act, and I hope this will turn out really good later on. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, and I'm going to come out with some animated characters for my videos when I'm telling my stories. This way you're not seeing me make simple objects only. You'll see some fully fleshed out characters. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Go ahead and click the bell for notifications. And go ahead and let's move that over there. Let's go ahead and get our Chinese character out. And anyways, I'm hoping to release more videos. I already said subscribe. Share my videos. I really could use the help. Check out my Patreon page. Link is down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.